I would say my style is a rather urban style, one that encompasses no style at all.
Define your style for me. What do you think your style is?
Wow. Give me a minute.
This is my favorite t-shirt because not only is it just awesome, just like look at it.
This one I've worn since like senior year of high school when I first started to get the I don't give a shit look. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like beanies get a bad name.
I'm me, so I really can't, no one else is me.
What would you say influenced your style?
My mom, she always wore blazers, crop tops, and even long tops with maybe leggings and boots, and I loved it.
Close your mind, close your eyes, see with your heart. How do you forgive?
My name is Miguel Freddy Morales. I'm 23 years old. I'm from Kalamazoo, Michigan. I love all styles. I feel like my style, the best way I could describe it is I try to take from everything. For instance, I wake up every day in the morning and think to myself, what kind of kicks am I gonna rock today? Or what kind of message am I gonna tell? You gotta have some fresh kicks on. Like, by fresh kicks, I mean like, they gotta be something that no one else has. And you see them and they have to send a message. If I look at the shoes and the very moment I see them, I have to fall in love with them. Otherwise, I won't buy them because I know I won't wear them. They'll just sit in my closet. Since I'm a gamer, I go to stores like Hot Topic or something and they have video game shirts, and most definitely buying those to show support for the games that I love. Music, I mean, I'm starting to get into this new process where I'll draw, but I'll come up with a sketch or something and I like the way it looks, and I'm gonna start putting it on t-shirts. So look for them, Kalamazoo. All my tattoos are really special to me. Like, I drew most of them. Like, I feel like my tattoos are a part of me. It signifies something that I was going through at the time, and I can always look back on it and think to myself, yeah, that's what type of person I was back then. It allows me to know where I'm coming from to potentially go somewhere better. So the process that I guess you would say one goes through is one of lots of elaboration, because you think about it in every stage of your life. Man, when I'm 30, someone's gonna ask me, what does this mean? And you always have to know like what your tattoos fully mean. And that's what I try to do when I draw mine. I try to look at them and think, get my idea across. I guess what I would have to say about my style is that I'm really proud of it and I feel like I'm one and unique.
My name's Logan. I'm 22. I guess my personal style would be one of transition. I guess I'm kind of going from being an adolescent to an adult. I'm slowly starting to explore the world of pants beyond jeans, and I'm trying to figure out who I am sartorically, trying to figure out what my image, I guess, is going to be. I want to be different. I want to make people think about what they put on. Guys, for the most part, don't pay attention at all when they clothe themselves, and it's really a shame because there's a lot out there. I guess what I'm trying to convey is that I'm not afraid to put some effort into what I look like, and neither should you. There's an idea that you can't be masculine and still care about clothes, and I want to change that. There's, always some confusion over my sexual orientation, in large part because of how I dress, but I always kind of enjoy addressing that when people ask. I'm like, I'm thrilled, finally you asked. I knew you were wondering, I was waiting for you to actually ask me. Because, you know, people actually seem surprised, like, oh, straight guys can dress like that? That's fine. I think your clothes are a great way of expressing, perhaps not who you are. You know, I'm not going to say, you know, this pattern, you know, lets people know that I'm a lover of French literature or something like that, because I'm not a lover of French literature. But, you know, I mean, it doesn't really say anything deep about me, but it is a great way of injecting a little bit of, you know, general personality into your day-to-day life. Never be afraid of being the best dressed guy in the room.
My name is Marielle Velasquez and I'm 19 years old. I like clothes that represent me. People think that I'm really dark because I wear a lot of black. I really just like to wear black because I think it's good with my skin tone and it doesn't get dirty easily. The good thing about my style is that since I have such a conservative style, it's very versatile. So like looking at me, you could probably say, oh, she listens to rock or maybe she listens to hip hop. I don't like when people stare at me, even though it happens all the time, and I think that goes with the more androgynous feel that I have. Obviously a lot of like conservative more people don't really like that. They think it's weird, but obviously I'm not going to change just because I get stared at. I think growing up, as I was going through things, my style molded into what I was going through. And unfortunately, my style grew a bit darker. That influenced my style a lot, and I think I stuck with that more darker sense. Like a lot of people say I wear black all the time. I don't mean to, but like that's just how I feel. And like, yeah, I think your emotions and like what you go through really do play a part. I don't want to go out and have people think I'm weird. I just want people to look at me and think, oh, that person's different. But not in like different like in a bad way, different in a good way. But I would like to be looked at as a nice person, someone you would want to meet, someone that you would meet and you would think, wow, like this person is like no other person that I know of. That person is an individual, and that's what we need. We need individuality. I feel like this world would be nothing without it. It'd just be nothing. I'm still really young and I'm crazy, and I would honestly say that it would take a lifetime for someone to figure out who they truly are.
I'm Travis Pelto, and I'm 21 years old. I'm kind of like a weird dresser in the sense that like I really don't really care about what I wear sometimes, but I've definitely had those days where I'll just get dressed and I'll go to leave for class and look in the mirror and just be like, just have this really weird moment where I actually get like insecure about what I'm wearing and be like, no, I should change. I'll just go put on a button up real quick, you know, like, and do that. And then I'll think about it later and just be like, God, you're such a bitch. Why did you do that? Like, you don't care, but like for like a brief second I will. I always hate, even if it's just like a sweater or something I know I bought at Kohl's or like a store anybody goes to, I always try to buy something that I think I'm the only one who has it, just so I have that little shred of individuality. Not in the sense that I try to dress like a hipster, although I will admit sometimes I dress a little more hipster than I care to admit. Personally, when I see other people wearing, you know, the same, I hate to be a person just like I don't wear name brand clothes, because I mean I do, but I kind of hate it when I see people wearing just the same kind of Abercrombie or that kind of style. So I would hope people would think that I would look different. I mean, I guess in the least, I guess that's the best way to put it. Oh shit. You should see pictures of me in middle school. I went from like chubby kid with like gelled down hair, like I had the part going on. I rocked that in middle school for a while and just kind of just wore, you know, like nerdy clothes that my parents would just kind of give me. And then in high school, my friend got me into going to thrift stores or thrifting, whatever you want to call it. I mean, when I initially started doing it in high school, it was it was almost like treasure hunting. You would kind of look for just the goofiest damn t-shirt you could find. I would hope not to think our generation would be remembered by like this was trendy for a couple months thing, but it might. I don't know. Like, there's always like a yearly fad that kind of goes around, but I feel like there's always constants. I feel like I said, I feel like color is a big thing of our generation. Everybody likes to wear flashy stuff. I feel like every generation kind of says theirs is the coolest, or at least thinks theirs is the coolest. Like, I'm sure our parents, when they were hippies or going to disco or whatever, were probably thinking like, you know, afros and John Travolta suits were like the pinnacle of fashion. I think style can be more than clothing. I feel like a lot of people just kind of associate it with clothes and look, but yeah. I'm a big believer in nonverbal communication, so that's why I feel like style is especially important, even if it's subtle and stupid. Like, I wouldn't say I'm that distinct from any other kid my age or anybody who goes to college, but I like to think I'm slightly different.
I don't know. It all started back when I was in high school, and I didn't really know what I wanted to be different, but I didn't really know what my style was. I've always thought of myself as like Madonna, like I'm always reinventing myself. 60s style is definitely a big thing for me. Twiggy, Edie Sedgwick, Andy Warhol, loved it. I think that fashion is obviously one of the most important things. I mean, because it's who you are. I don't want to look like everyone else does. That's my big thing. I don't want to go out with like a Hollister shirt or something like that, or for like Abercrombie. Like, I'll buy stuff from there occasionally, but I don't want to like be the girl who's in the North Face and the Uggs, the leggings. I want to be the girl who like pops, you know, and I think that's what I'm trying to tell people is like, you know, I'm not like everyone else. You can't really say that you know what people think of you, because really what you think is it's going to be the farthest thing from it. But, you know, I've always thought that when people look at me, they're like, oh, stupid hipster. But you know what? It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, really. I like it. I mean, nobody likes all the same things, you know, so that's one thing that we all have going for us, is that nobody's exactly the same.
Three little birds.
Tanisa Williams, and I am 19 years old. My style is all over the place. It says that I'm fun and I'm short. I have to get all my pants tailored to fit me. I wear a lot of mismatchy type of patterns, but they all come together in the end somehow. I don't know why. I don't follow rules. Clothes-wise. Just a couple years ago, I hated wearing fitting clothes, I guess you could say. I never liked to show my curves, but my sister and my mom and one of my teachers kept telling me to, and I tried it one day and I really liked it. I actually don't know what to do with my hair because I just cut it a few months ago, so I'm still experimenting with it, but most days I brush it to the front and leave it like a bang and curl it, but today I decided to part it. Well, in the morning I have this kind of sort of mantra, and I talk to myself in my mirror. I put feather boas just to make it seem like I'm in some type of dressing room, and I look at myself in the mirror every day and I'm like, okay, this is what you're gonna do today. You're gonna go work out, you can do this, and I just encourage myself for the most part. I want people to think of me as a person they can talk to, and a person like, oh, she's concerned about my well-being. I want people to think that, even if it's a stranger. I want people to know that I care about something in the world. And I don't want to be a follower.
they look like real Nikes, but I'm pretty sure they're Fugazi. Fugazi means fake.
He looks like such a creep. And I look like his retarded fiance. And that's exactly the look we were going for.
Kind of changes with the season. Drew, you're ruining everything. Drew's got way better style than me.
Even then,
Just keep going.
and then even then, damn it, I knew that was gonna happen.
These are not mine. I should probably point out.
I would think I was pretty cool if I saw myself walking down the street. That's all I'm saying. Because I have this really determined face. Yeah.